Leah Michelle, Resistance Chicks. We're coming at you April 2nd, 2017. We already have the name for this story, which is very rare, and it is called Muslims Use the Strangest Weapons.
If you don't have a gun, it's okay. You can grab any old tool. We're going to show you could use scissors or chairs or just tools. Here we go. We're going to France first. We're going to France. Here we go. Tables. Now, sorry. I need to reference this. This is Frenchmen and against the Muslim migrants, which I actually I'm enjoying this a lot to watch. It's great. It's
like a little war. A little battle. No, with the media. Escape, play it small.
No, it'll go big. It was going big and then I stopped it.
Oops. Try again.
Go big or stay home.
Not on me. Where are they getting all of this office furniture? The restaurant furniture on this side. Who's going to pay for this damage?
Over the black guy who was sodomized by police and then a Chinese person. There's just been a lot of riots in France. This is one, like, every day. Twice a day.
That is really good.
There was another story where, again, Marie Le Pen was talking out against Muslims. They like to go and shut down streets for prayer. They put their prayer mats. I try to put myself in that position. Like if I look outside my window, right, and I just see a bunch of Muslims shutting down my street with prayer cloths. I'm just like, this is insanity. So another insanity story is. Small town attack. This is from Breitbart. African Arab men use stolen tools to terrorize locals. And I mean tools, right? So police in the small German town of, Bad Soberheim have reported a group of men, Soberheim.
It's German, Heim.
Bad Soberheim. That sounds like you went to a bar and you had a bad hangover. Soberheim, thank you.
You're welcome.
So a group of men described as being African or Arabic, who broke, and now we know it could be Asian because Afghanistan is considered Asian now. Broke into a construction site, stole tools and used them to attack locals. The attack, which was reported to have taken place over the weekend of March 25th, saw a gang of migrants roam around the small town, which has a population of only 6,500, and attack passersby. So it's a very small town, and just start attacking people with tools. Police say that the men had broken into a construction site in the town earlier that evening, stealing various tools, and they used to torment people in the town, according to the press release from the from the force. Witnesses to the rampage said the gang numbered between 5 to 7 people who attacked 3 individuals at around midnight on Sunday morning. Police said that the men were armed with various striking tools. I'm guessing, maybe just like a hammer or a big wrench or something like that. I mean, dude, have you ever hit yourself with a hammer? I mean, it can hurt. You can kill somebody with a hammer.
Yeah.
The victims of the attack were able to run into a nearby restaurant where they hid from the gang. Shortly afterwards, the migrants fled the area, but not before damaging a street sign.
Of course. When angry, just always, it sounds like Kansas is out there beating someone with a hammer.
Those attacked all described the gang as persons of African or Arabic origin, said the police. None of the males who participated in the incident have been caught.
Of course.
Big surprise. The many migrants settled in Germany during the migrant crisis have been placed in small towns of only a few thousand residents or less over the last year and a half to relieve the pressure on the nation's larger cities. One of the more significant problems for the small towns has been the cost of taking care of migrants. They always, I see them, they're like asking for more money. They have cell phones. They're dressed well. I don't understand it.
They always drive nice cars.
Right,
At least
exactly.
here they do.
In one town, a migrant home designed for 500 migrants is costing the local government 500,000 euros per month.
Wow.
Despite only 21 migrants living there.
That doesn't even sound...
That doesn't even sound right. Can that be right? It's designed for 500.
Okay.
But only 21 are living there. It costs 500,000 euros. I mean, this is insanity.
Oh my God.
That's insanity, you guys. That's crazy
This says
numbers.
One small town residents attempted to lay out some ground rules, that's a good idea, for the new arrivals, which included learning German, not harassing girls, and exclusively using toilets for defecation, because I guess maybe they don't always use a toilet.
No, and I got
for
another
defecation.
story where that's what they do. They just poop outside in front of everybody. What? This is like third world country people.
The town residents were labeled as racist, of course, for writing up the guidelines by others in Germany, because that sounds very too much to ask of people. I mean, I just think that if you have to ask somebody to poop inside of a toilet, you've gone too far. Because I think that's very racist. That's very racist, asking people to poop in a toilet.
Right.
It's just and back to the tools. As somebody that has used a lot of power tools, I thought that might be where this was going. And I gotta tell you, they are pretty much, I mean, you guys are scared of like guns, but they now have lithium-ion battery-operated sawzalls. You put that in the hand of an Islamic terrorist, and you're gonna have all kind of trouble. I mean, sawzall is incredibly dangerous. They have circular saws that are now battery operated.
They had to inform migrants they need to pay for their goods at the grocery store before you open them. And don't enter private property or gardens or barns or other buildings.
Yeah, don't enter into other people's property.
Don't take fruits and vegetables that don't belong to you.
Yeah.
So.
But that sounds really racist to say that.
Yeah, I guess it would, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So, the cost threw me there because I hadn't read that part of the article. It really, it threw me there. Here's the article from Germany with the Google Translate here. Let's see if there's any more information. I guess there's not any more information there. So I wanted to take you to another, Muslims use the strangest weapons. So this one is sad. I think Carlin shared this on Twitter, and I saw this one. I don't need to play it all, but you get the idea where this obvious, I'm guessing Muslim, right, woman is being punished by her husband as he systematically cuts all of her beautiful hair off with her daughter. He's filming it, pushes her hand. You see him push her head to the camera, watch and see. This is what you get. This is your punishment. And he just... And you got music playing in the background, like this is a fun thing. I can't imagine what it's like to live in this household with this monster. This monster. And then Islam says that it's okay to beat your wife. It's okay. This is a good punishment for your wife. What do you think she could have done to even instigate something like this? But she...
The misery that is on her face, and he's not even being gentle about it either. And the daughter is just sitting right there in her lap. I mean, this is while the mom is being shamed in such a vile, inhumane. I mean, this is absolutely ridiculous. And I have to go back to this because we have had a lot of people get upset at us because because they're like, oh, you're just labeling all Muslims or whatever. Every Christian believes that the Bible is true. We follow the Bible. If you're a Muslim, that means you follow the Quran. The Quran says that not only is this okay, it encourages this kind of behavior of shaming your wife and subduing her and abuse. This is abuse. And the Quran encourages this, and the Prophet Muhammad encourages far worse, not only in what he wrote, but in his life actions that Muslims are supposed to follow. So when you call them extremists,
right, or radicals,
an extreme Christian is just really, really good. Okay? An extreme Christian is just kind and loving and caring. You know what I mean? They may have extreme beliefs as far as celibacy or something like that, right? But an extreme Christian, so if you go to the very depths and most,
an extreme Christian today would be Amish.
Yeah.
They swear off electricity.
Yeah.
But they're not going around blowing people up and things like that. They might individually have, but it's not because of their Christian
but it's not
beliefs.
exactly.
It's because individually they have issues.
The better a Muslim you are, the more you do these things. And so for those of you that say, oh, Lee and Michelle, you're just against all Muslims. Well, no, the good Muslims are actually, as far as Islam is concerned, very bad Muslims. Because they don't practice that. Because they don't, and so it's just, it boggles my mind that we can't just say Islam is really, really bad. And this person is a Muslim following Islam doing a very bad thing.
Well, and
it's
Sharia
okay
law,
to call it out.
Well, I've heard some Muslims talk about Sharia law, and they say that it's breathable, it's movable, and each area has a different Sharia law. I mean, you go to Afghanistan, they've got the Baka boys, they molest boys there, and that's okay under their Sharia law, right? And you've got Saudi Arabia has its own Sharia laws. You can't drive, you can't go anywhere. And Iran, their Sharia laws are women can't go anywhere without a man. They can't get a passport. So you've got these different Sharia courts, and Sharia is Islam, right? So how do you get rid of Sharia law? It's so ingrained in Islam. So anyways,
I think some people might be asking the question, why would this guy videotape this?
They videotape
because they're proud. That's why. You guys don't understand that. You do, our viewers do, but others don't. They videotape it because amongst themselves, this is really amazing. This is something to really be proud of. This makes them a good Muslim that they have done this. And of course they're going to want to videotape it, not because they want you to see it, but because they want everybody in the Muslim faith to see what a good Muslim they are.
I haven't had a chance to bring up, if you go to clarionproject.org, they have a documentary. They're Muslim women who are trying to reform Islam, and in that respect, I support them wholeheartedly. And the one thing they talk about is honor, and they say that in Islam, the honor of a family and the honor of the males is held within the woman. So if the woman does anything wrong, that she goes out without a head covering even, or she's caught shopping where she shouldn't be, then she has dishonored the family and the man.
Right.
So then he has to punish her in order to get his honor back.
Right.
And it's all about honor.
Right.
And it's this concept that we don't understand, to honor like that.
Right.
It's like if Michelle did something and I felt it, and then I had to punish her, and I had to show everyone that I punished her.
This is a really bad example.
But that's what it is. As a husband and a wife. Or a father and a daughter.
But yeah, I get what you're saying.
Well, and it could be, it's brother and sister.
You're right.
It's brothers, their honor is held in their sister. And so they don't go punish the guys. If they're raped, they punish the sister or the daughter. They kill them. They throw acid on them and things like that.
Well, I think a good example of something that could have resulted in a punishment like this is a lot of these women in Sharia law, they have to have all of their hair covered. Now, there's a headscarf, but then we were at the store the other day and there were Muslims in front of us, and she had to have a white piece of cloth making sure that every bit of hair was covered, and then she could have her pretty hair scarf over top of it, but like every little inch of hair. So if, like, let's say she had some hair showing or something like that, well, then we're just going to cut off all of your hair.
So Muslims use the strangest tools.
Yeah, this is just brutal, especially coming from people who have long hair, because the Bible talks about a woman's hair being her glory, which is why they would use such a shameful thing. It's very demonic. It is of the devil, and that's what we have to call it out as. This is completely of the devil, and why would the devil use a punishment to take a woman's glory and honor? And it's a covering and a protection. And that's why Lee and I have long hair, not really for religious purposes, but the Bible does say women should keep their hair long for the angel's sake. We don't exactly understand what that means, but it's probably a good idea.
And traditionally, it's really funny because when you look back at pictures, women have always had long hair up until the 1920s with the flappers, and then they cut it off. And I don't think any of them look attractive with this short bob cut at all. And I look back at the pictures from the 1800s, and I just feel like women are more feminine.
And you'll notice that one of the signs of being a good lesbian is to have really short hair, or to have half your head shaved or something like that. And so it's always the devil kind of attacking the hair, which is, I think, that there's a reason why in the Bible there are scriptures for a woman's hair being her covering. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Mass Faith 3 and Resistance Chicks. Ring the bell for notifications, and find us on Facebook and Twitter.
I was called